So where does this palletised cask filling system fit into the wider Scotch industry? Scotch whisky is regulated worldwide by the Scotch Whisky Act of 2009. That Act states that Scotch whisky must be distilled and matured in Scotland. It also states that it must be matured in oak casks for a minimum of 3 years. That maturation process is where this palletised cask filling system is used. There are 3 predominant types of maturation: traditional or dunnage warehousing, racked warehousing, and palletised warehousing. Traditional warehousing is where the casks are placed on their side, also known as their bilge within the industry, and rolled into low-roofed warehouses. They are placed in rows and often stacked up to 4 high, separated by timber runners. I've included pictures of the 3 different types of warehousing below this video in order to explain slightly better. Racked warehousing, the second type, is where the casks are placed into racks through a combination of manual handling and mechanical handling aids such as raising platforms and forklifts. The racks resemble what you would see in a distribution centre or a more modern warehouse. The third type, which is where this system is used, is in palletised warehousing. This is where 6 casks or barrels are placed on their ends on a pallet. There is a vertical hole drilled in the top of those casks. This system aims to fill those casks while they remain on the pallet and fill the 6 casks simultaneously. There are 2 types of barrel which this system is designed to fill while placed on pallets, and they are the American Standard barrel, which has a 200 litre capacity to within a relatively good variation between 198 and 207. And there's a hogshead, which is a more traditional cask used in the Scotch whisky industry, and that can have a volume ranging anywhere from 240 up to 270 litres. Is this variation not only between the 2 types of cask, but also from cask to cask, which present the greatest challenge for the whisky filling industry. There are other types of casks used within whisky maturation, such as sherry butts and also port pipes, but they're not filled by this system, so we won't be concerned with those in this project. A small bit of background before that is, after distillation, the spirit that's produced is not known as whisky. According to the Scotch Whisky Act, it must be matured for 3 years in order to be known as whisky. What is produced is new make spirit. So in order for whisky to produce, it is not the distillery alone that produces whisky, but the maturation process is key, not only to the regulations, but also that's what provides the colour and a lot of the character that you experience in whisky.